After the truth, what's next for Jerry Yan and Tong Liya's future together? The truth is out. Jerry Yan and Tong Liya, after months of speculation, whispers, and endless rumors, finally stepped forward to confirm what many fans had long suspected. Their announcement was heartfelt, emotional, and honest, a statement that has not only quieted the swirling gossip but also ignited new questions about what lies ahead for this unexpected yet captivating couple. But now that the truth has been revealed, fans around the world are asking the same thing. What's next for Jerry Yan and Tong Liya? To answer that, let's dive into their story, their challenges, and the possible future waiting for them. Jerry Yan, the legendary F4 star, has always been known for his mysterious aura and reluctance to share details of his private life. For decades, his romantic connections have been kept behind closed doors, leaving fans with nothing more than speculation. Meanwhile, Tong Liya, admired for her elegance and resilience, has navigated her own journey through love, heartbreak, and a career that has made her a beloved figure in Chinese entertainment. When the two were first linked, many brushed it off as just another rumor. But slowly, small signs began to appear. Sightings in quiet cafes, matching social media posts that hinted at shared experiences, subtle gestures in interviews that eagle-eyed fans couldn't ignore. And then came the confirmation, the truth that they were, indeed, together. But if the announcement was the climax, what happens in the challenges that follow? First, there is the challenge of balancing their personal happiness with public scrutiny. Jerry Yan and Tong Liya are no ordinary couple. They are icons, and every move they make is analyzed by both fans and critics. The decision to go public means they are stepping into a spotlight brighter than ever before. They will need to build a foundation of trust and resilience strong enough to withstand the pressures of fame. Second, there are questions about their careers. Both Jerry and Tong Liya are at pivotal points in their professional lives. Jerry Yan, who has recently been more selective with his projects, may find himself reignited by this new chapter, possibly taking on roles that reflect his maturity and growth. Tong Liya, with her recent comeback performances, may use this moment to highlight not just her talent, but also her strength as a woman who has embraced love on her own terms. Will they collaborate on a project together? That possibility alone is enough to make fans' hearts race. Third, there's the personal question. Will they take the next step? Public confirmation of a relationship often sparks speculation about marriage, family, and long-term plans. While neither has hinted at such a step yet, fans can't help but wonder if their story is moving toward a happily ever after ending. But beyond the speculation, what truly matters is how Jerry Yan and Tong Liya continue to support each other. Both have faced storms in their past. Jerry has struggled with the weight of fame and personal vulnerability. Tong Liya has navigated heartbreak with grace and resilience. Together, they may have found a partnership that provides balance, a space where they can be both vulnerable and strong, both public and private. In the days following their announcement, social media erupted with mixed reactions. Some fans celebrated with overwhelming joy, saying this was the moment they had been waiting for. Others expressed concern, worried about whether the pressures of celebrity culture would strain their bond. And of course, there were skeptics, those who questioned whether their announcement was genuine or simply a strategic move. Yet amid all these voices, one thing is clear: Jerry Yan and Tong Liya are determined to write their own story. The truth has given them freedom, and that freedom opens doors to endless possibilities. Looking ahead, we may see them traveling together, attending public events side by side, and perhaps even breaking the long-held walls of secrecy that define Jerry Yan's past relationships. We may see Tong Liya embracing a more open lifestyle, showing the world that love, no matter how complicated, is worth celebrating. Their journey forward will not be easy. Fame always comes with its shadows. Rumors will continue, critics will analyze, and the spotlight will test them. But if their announcement has proven anything, it's that Jerry Yan and Tong Liya are willing to face those challenges together. So, what's next for Jerry Yan and Tong Liya? The next chapter is not about hiding or denying. It's about growth. It's about building a future where love is not defined by gossip but by authenticity. Whether that future includes marriage, family, or simply the joy of being together, it will be their decision and their truth. And for the fans who have supported them from the very beginning, this is just the start of a new journey. One where the truth has set them free, and where love, in all its forms, takes center stage. Because in the end, Jerry Yan and Tong Liya's story is not just about celebrity romance. It's about courage. The courage to love openly, the courage to embrace the truth, and the courage to step into the future together. After the initial wave of excitement and speculation, the story of Jerry Yan and Tong Liya didn't simply fade away. In fact, their announcement marked the beginning of an entirely new chapter that has left fans and media outlets buzzing with even more curiosity. One of the most pressing questions now surrounds their families. Jerry Yan has always been protective of his personal life, especially when it comes to his family. For years, he shielded them from the public eye. But now that his relationship with Tong Liya is official, fans wonder, how do his loved ones truly feel about this? Reports suggest that Jerry's family, while cautious, is supportive of his choice. They know that at this stage of his life, Jerry is not simply chasing fleeting romance. They believe he has found someone who grounds him, someone who can match his intensity yet soften his edges. On Tong Liya's side, her family has always been her anchor. They've witnessed her trials, heartbreaks, and triumphs. According to insiders, her parents expressed relief and happiness, seeing Jerry Yan as a man capable of standing beside her with respect and loyalty. Still, there are murmurs of concern. Will the pressure of Jerry's fame, especially his global fan base, create difficulties for their daughter? This leads us to the fans' reactions, which remain a whirlwind of emotions. In China, Jerry Yan's name trended for days, while Tong Liya's fans flooded social platforms with messages of both love and caution. Internationally, especially across Southeast Asia, Taiwan, and even the United States, their love story is being hailed as one of the most surprising yet heartwarming revelations of the year. But, as always, fame is double-edged. Some fans are protective to the point of possessiveness, questioning whether Tong Liya is truly the right match for Jerry, while others worry if Jerry can handle the stability that Tong Liya deserves. And then there's the media. With the announcement, paparazzi have doubled their watch. Every movement is documented. Every glance, every subtle interaction, every whispered conversation in public now carries weight. The couple, once able to move quietly, must now craft a strategy for handling this overwhelming attention. Will they retreat back into privacy? Or will they step fully into the spotlight, embracing this new reality? Another layer of intrigue comes from their professional lives. Rumors are already circulating about possible collaborations. Could they star in a drama together? Perhaps even a film that reflects the complexities of love and second chances. Producers know that pairing them would generate unprecedented buzz. But both Jerry and Tong Liya must weigh the risks. Will mixing work with personal life help solidify their bond, or will it blur the lines in ways that create unnecessary strain? And then, of course, there's the question of marriage. For fans, confirmation of a relationship almost always sparks predictions about weddings, rings, and family plans. At this stage, there's no official word, but speculation is rampant. Social media posts, subtle public appearances, and the way they look at each other fuel the idea that marriage might not be far away. Still, Jerry and Tong Liya are seasoned enough to know that rushing into such decisions under pressure could be dangerous. What truly makes their journey fascinating is the way it reflects growth and healing. Jerry Yan has long been painted as the eternal bachelor, a man unable or unwilling to fully commit. Tong Liya, on the other hand, has carried the weight of a public heartbreak, often admired for her ability to rise stronger each time. Together, they seem to symbolize redemption, the idea that no matter how complicated the past, love can still arrive in its most unexpected form. As weeks pass, fans have started noticing small but powerful gestures. Jerry attending Tong Liya's events quietly, sometimes captured in the background. Tong Liya offering gentle support during Jerry's rare but emotional interviews. Their relationship isn't built on grand public displays, but on subtle, genuine actions that show their care for one another. Still, challenges lie ahead. Fame can be ruthless. Already, tabloids are digging into their past relationships, trying to stir controversy. Old flames, former colleagues, even distant acquaintances are being interviewed in attempts to add fuel to the gossip fire. But Jerry and Tong Liya's greatest test will be whether they can rise above this noise, whether they can shield their love from external chaos and focus on what truly matters. And what about their future projects outside of entertainment? Tong Liya has expressed interest in philanthropy and cultural projects, while Jerry Yan has hinted at stepping into production and mentorship roles. Could they collaborate not only in entertainment but also in charitable efforts? A joint appearance at a charity gala or cultural initiative could mark a powerful new chapter, not just as a couple, but as influential figures using their platforms for good. At the core of it all, what fans crave most is not just spectacle, but authenticity. They want to see Jerry Yan and Tong Liya be real, be vulnerable, and be willing to share glimpses of a love that feels grounded and true. And perhaps that is the greatest promise of their story. Because after the truth, what's next is not just speculation, not just gossip, not just wishful thinking. What's next is growth, partnership, and the possibility of a love that can withstand the storms of fame and the pressures of the spotlight. And so, as Jerry Yan and Tong Liya walk hand in hand into this new era, fans will be watching, not with judgment, but with hope. Hope that this time, love will endure. Hope that the truth will lead to freedom. And hope that, together, they will prove that even in the chaotic world of stardom, genuine love can thrive. Their story is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning.